Hi, guys, and welcome to another one of my chats with pool industry people. Now, she may be small, but she is a big, big star. Please welcome Sofia Mast. Hi, Sophia.
Hi everyone.
Oh, I've waited so long to have you on because I think you're a great character in the pool industry and you're growing up so quick, which brings me to my first question. How old are you at the moment?
I turned 16 last month.
Sweet 16, huh? And you've
Hmm.
achieved so much in the game already. I mean, I was reading through some of the things that you've won. You went undefeated in all three events to win the Triple Crown, the JIC in 2022,
Yeah.
youngest player to win the Texas Open 50th anniversary 2023, silver medalist at the 2023 Junior Worlds event in Austria, representing, of course, the USA. Now, I was there. What do you remember about Austria?
Well, the first thing was like I didn't qualify for Worlds, and so I got the wild card, and so that was just amazing to me. And it was like it was my second Worlds, and it was one of my first times being out of the country, and so going to Austria, it was beautiful. It felt safe there, and everything was just pretty, and then the arena was crazy, and everything just felt real when being there.
Yeah, and you're right in saying such a beautiful place, Klagenfurt, isn't it? Home of Jasmine and Albin, of course. Now, I'm sure you'd love to achieve in the game exactly the same as Jasmine has, maybe even more one day, right?
Yeah, of course.
How
Yeah.
how much do you think your game has improved in the last year?
I feel like it's improved pretty good. I've been working harder and I have a coach now, so it's been like on and on, constant practicing and mental and eating better and just um I feel like it's just improved so much and I hope that I can just keep going with it.
Yeah, and it certainly shows all the hard work that you have been putting in because it's showing in your results as well. And I'm really so happy to hear you say, like, eating properly. Are you doing any fitness as well? Are you doing swimming or walking or running? Do you enjoy anything like that? Go to the gym?
Yeah, I not too long ago I started CrossFit, but then they changed the dates on us. So me and my dad got a gym membership, so now we're gonna start going to the gym and um do fitness there.
How important are your family in all of this? Because I know they've been a big support to you, and I've actually met your was it your grandparents I met in Austria? It was, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. My family just means so much to me. They just work hard and work every day to support for my family. And then they always just say words that are just helpful in like certain matches. Like after a match, my mom will always text me if she can't be there, or even my dad, even when he's there, like he'll always give me a hug or
Oh.
just be so supportive. And then my grandparents always love going to my tournaments, and I feel like I always do well when they're there, and they're always excited to watch and support me, and they always wear my shirts, and it just means so much to me.
And you've grown up not just in your pool games as well, but also in your social media presence. I mean, you're great on social media. You're known as the Pink Dagger. Why that
Yeah.
name and where did it come from? Who gave it to you?
So we were just trying to think of fierce names. We had so many go over the top of our head, and I don't remember who it was. I know it wasn't me. It was either my mom or my dad came up with Dagger, and I knew pink wanted to be in the name. Like I've always loved the color pink since when I was little, and I knew that wanted to be in the name, and then Dagger just came with it, and it seemed fierce, and I don't know. It was meant to be.
It is a great name, isn't it? There's some really great nicknames over the years, like the Duchess of Doom, Quickfire, Kelly, um, the Bombshell, Janette Lee, the Black Widow. It really has been some great names, and you kind of remind me as like a Janette Lee
Mhm.
type of character. You know, you are a little bit fierce, and you've got your fighting spirit, and you don't take any crap from anyone, for a
Mhm.
better word. When did you actually start playing?
I started playing when I was 10 years old. So it's been 6 years. My dad started me with it. He started at APA League, and I just went with him and just watched. And then I just, there was two tables that we would have for league night, and I would practice on their practice table with his teammates. And I thought it was very interesting. And so I joined a junior APA 9-ball league, ran by Janette Lee, so she helped me out a lot.
Oh.
And it just started taking off from there. And then we used the JIC, and um, it it grew from the JIC, just competing and knowing how to be in that kind of circumstance. And but Janette Lee's always helped me out a lot and been supportive.
Isn't that funny? I picked up a little bit of Janette Lee in you, and I never knew that, did I, till you just told me that. And
Mhm.
that's incredible because some of her has actually rubbed off on you, it really has.
Yeah, she's always been so great to me, and I've had a few lessons from her, and just some of the words she says just is really impactful.
Now, I want to bring up Savannah Easton because you two were always the kind of two growing up together. And I thought for a little while, and I'm going to hold my hands up and be honest here, I thought Savannah was going to kind of go ahead of you and be better, and you were going to have to catch up. But I think it's now turned around the other way. I think now, no disrespect to Savannah, of course, Savannah's a great player as well. Is there some little rivalry between you?
Yeah, I mean, when we were little, we like always like loved to hang out with each other and go to competitions together. And it just started building more when we like the rivalry started building more when we started going to many tournaments together, and we always play each other. She's a great competitor, has gotten a lot better, and just we are the future of pool, and we're gonna keep playing each other over and over again, and there's always going to be a rivalry there.
Imagine like you could be the Kelly Fisher and the Alison Fisher of 20 years, 30 years time, still going. You'll have world championships under your belts by then, I'm sure, both of you. You're such good players. You're great characters. You've got really good people surrounding you, your family that you've already mentioned. You've kind of got your head screwed on for a young 16-year-old, and Savannah also. Great people around you. And I'm really genuinely looking forward to some epic battles with you two playing in not junior finals, but big world finals.
Yeah, we'll definitely be playing each other a lot, and we've already been like played so many matches together, and it's usually always so close. Like at BEF, every match was hill like, and I luckily pulled away from that. But it's just always going to be so competitive, and a lot of people are going to be watching, and just it's I know the game's going in the right place, and I'm glad that we both get to support the game.
Yeah, and you're doing a fine job as well. And I read that something you like to do when you're not playing pool and you're not practicing, you like to do a bit of baking, I've heard.
Yeah, I've always had an interest in like baking and cooking, and I love like making treats and just making like food for my family, or it's just an interest of mine. And of course, we all love food.
Yeah, of
And
course. What's your favorite thing to bake? What do you like baking?
oh, good
If you was on
question.
a show, for example, a cooking show, and you really wanted to win it, I know your character. You'd want to win it. You wouldn't want to just go and take part. What would you bake? What would be your signature dish?
Um, I love baking cookies and brownies, I feel like. They're just so good, and I can definitely make them really good. And um, those two would probably be the one.
Lovely. Now, what is your favorite game, Sophia? I know you play a lot of nine ball. Of course, you play, I'm guessing, 10 ball as well, don't you, in the Predator events? You recently got third in the Heyball Americas tournament. Did you enjoy that game?
Yeah, that game was so much fun. I'd never heard of it before, and my dad's like, just go play. I mean, it's another tournament, it's new, and it was so much fun. I would definitely play it again if I had opportunity. And like the game that I love is eight ball. I play a lot of like nine ball and 10 ball, but eight ball's always just had a thing in my heart that it's just I don't know, it's just my favorite game, and so um I knew I feel like I was gonna like Chinese 8 ball like once I started playing it, and just the different rules and then the difference of the tables, it just made it tougher and more fun.
Yeah, and that for your first tournament, I mean, you did really well. I'm commentating at the moment on a big Heyball event here in Thailand, and super tough. I've actually been playing on the table earlier on. I had a little coaching session with a friend of mine, and super tough tables. But I think it's only going to make you better when you go to the tables with the bigger pockets. Now you're currently number 20, I think it is, in the WPA,
Yeah.
unless you gained any more points at the last one in Palmetto, did you?
Yeah, I was 20th, but I think I'm 17th now because I got 9th through 12th at Palmetto.
And you're 11th ranked American. How does that make you feel?
Um, I didn't even know that. Honestly, 11th, that's really crazy from only starting 6 years ago. I would have never imagined I would be here. Like it's a hard game, and so it's just crazy to know that I actually am 11th.
So what about schooling at the moment? Are you still at school? Are you going to college? Are you homeschooled? Do you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or is, obviously you need a backup plan always. I never had a backup plan. I always just followed my dreams, and here I am doing this with you now. But if I had my time again, I think I would definitely try and get a better education. What else apart from Paul do you think you'd like to be if all of a sudden, I don't know, for some stupid reason, you didn't want to play Paul anymore, and all of a sudden you had this desire to own a nice baking shop or a restaurant, or maybe be a doctor or a lawyer, something like that? What would you really like to be?
Yeah, so I started online school like a year and a half ago. And so I've been doing that now, and it's easier to do it at tournaments or like even before I go. It's not as stressful. But my future plans, as of right now, nothing else interests me but the baking and cooking. So I'm thinking about going maybe community college, right after I graduate or sometime. Because, like you said, I need to have like a backup plan. But I'm not fully where I would go or like exactly that I'm going to do community college, but probably something to do with baking and cooking, culinary.
Yeah, I can see you after you've been a world champion, you've got all your success. Maybe you're about 40 years old, something like that, 45, and you're looking to, you've had enough of Paul. You're still doing the odd exhibition here and there, but you're still very popular. People still want you to go and play exhibitions against Savannah Eon, for example. But it would be lovely. I can just see you owning your little bakery in a nice little American town, and you're well known and everyone's coming, and maybe even a chain of them one day. What about that?
Yeah.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've also thought about owning a bake shop. That would be awesome, creating my like new recipes and then like maybe associating it with pool. That'd be cool, like adding a pool table or like you you just I feel like I could associate both and I would like to it would be cool to own a bake shop. It really would be.
I've just thought of the name of the shop right off the top of my head.
What's
Bacon,
the name of the shop?
Bacon Break.
Bacon break? Oh, that sounds good. Like you just add a pool table and then like if they like make this kind of like shot, maybe they can get a free like dessert or something. That'd be cool.
See, you've got a
That's a good
businesswoman.
name.
You got a businesswoman inside you already, haven't you? Let's just talk about the recent event in Palmetto. Started with a loss against Susan Mello, and then
Mhm.
had you played her before? I hadn't heard of her before. I must admit that.
No, I didn't hear, but I haven't heard about her at all either. That first match, I I just didn't play the best. Just didn't feel comfortable, and I was like missing the last like 5 balls or like a 7 ball or just the last balls, and she would just like run out after that. She played very well. Her nickname's the Mad Hatter, like so she wear a hat, but she was very nice and um I started coming back in the end and then just fell short. It's hard to come back from when you're down like 7-4, I think it was, or something like that, 7-3. So it's hard to come back, but yeah, just it wasn't the best match, but
And then a good win over the Vietnamese Beach Tram Lin. Really good
mhm.
result that. And then, of course, a good win over Lonnie Fox Raymond. What do you remember about that match?
Um, well, she's always great. She's always played great, and she gave me a few th like balls at the end, but then I would also run out. She played very well. It's tough for her to like go commentate and then go play a match, and I felt like we both played okay in that match. I was still starting to get used to the tables since I haven't played on Predator tables in a while. But that match was pretty good. I'm glad with the result. And my game definitely got better throughout the tournament because after that, I played Lisa Cassette and I played pretty well in that match. And then I played Monica the
I
next
know.
day.
Monica Webb, I mean, that's a good scalp as well, isn't it? Great player from years gone by, isn't she?
Yeah, it was she's always been a great player, and right before that, like I've had to play her. She went hill with Allison and fell short from that, and so I knew it was going to be a tough match. I definitely got lucky in that match also with her missing some 9 balls and some 7 balls, but I did run a few racks. Um, so my game definitely got better throughout the tournament, and I played Carolyn, and I played very, very well against her, and she was like, "Give me a shot," and I'm like, "No."
See, look,
And
there's a little bit of the Janette Lee again rubbing off on you when you beat Monica Webb, Spider's Web, and all that. You know, the Black Widow, and now we've got the Pink Dagger. Oh, show us your pink hair. Have you got pink hair or not? I was expecting to see pink hair.
yeah, I do have pink hair.
There it is. It's kind of your thing now, isn't it?
It is. I don't know if I'll ever re-dye it back. I love the pink. I love this color shade, and it's just a part of me. I feel like the pink.
Yeah, it really does suit you actually. Now, April, I think, was the one that knocked you out, wasn't she? She went on to do pretty well, didn't she, in that tournament? Lost out to
Yeah.
Kelly in the end.
Yeah, she was up on Kelly in the winner's side I saw, and then she ended up losing to her, and I had to play her right after, and I'm like, she's like, you got me on my frustrated side, and I'm sorry you got me right after because she was up, I think, like 5-1 against Kelly, and she just played phenomenal against me. Like, I barely got a shot. Like, I scratched on the first break, she ran out, she broke and ran. I miscued on the 1 ball, jumped over it, gave her ball in hand, she ran out. Like, it was just, I didn't really get a shot. Like, she was just shooting very well. And she did do very well in that tournament, and props to her.
Who's your bestie on tour when you go? Who do you normally room with?
Yeah, I room with Kaylee McIntosh. She is such an awesome player, such an awesome
Yeah.
person. She just does so much for my our family, like just taking me everywhere my dad can't go, and I have a
Oh,
lot of fun with her. And she also does amazing in the WPBA. Like she's got top four, and she's number ninth or eighth in the rankings. I can't remember exactly, but she'll always just do so much, and we always have so much fun together. And we'll go with her husband or her parents, or we just joke and have fun. I feel like I've gotten her out of her comfort zone, and I taught her how to do the Rubik's Cube and Palmetto, and she's just having fun with that.
can you do
And
you can do the Rubik's Cube, can you?
I can do the Rubik's Cube, yes.
Do you know, scary story. I, when they first came out back in the, I can't remember when it was, late 70s or 80s, I think it was. I'm talking about 1980, right? Or something like that. No, maybe a little bit earlier. And my father had a shop and we used to sell them. And he used to make
Really?
me demonstrate them when they first came out. And I never did one. And in the end, I ended up taking all the stickers off and putting them all and hiding one underneath the thing where I was demonstrating them. And I made out I dropped it and then picked it up and went like that a few times and then showed it all done. But I've never actually done
That's
one.
funny.
I've
That's funny.
it's cheating. I shouldn't be doing like that, should I? So look,
That's
I've got this little thing I like to do, Sophia. It's called 30 seconds shot clock, no extension. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions, right? And you've got
okay.
to tell me the first answer that comes into your head, okay? Try and keep it to
Okay.
one word answer if you can, all right? So here we
I'll
go.
try
Are you
it.
ready?
I think so.
How much of the sport do you think of pool is in the head?
Oh, 90%.
Is it a sport or is it a game, Paul, do you think?
I think it's both.
Yeah, good answer. I think it's becoming more of a sport, though, the way that you're talking about your diet and the amount of exercise that you like to do. By the way, let me just interrupt that for now. I'm always going off on different tangents. Leading up to a tournament, how much would you normally practice per day?
So when I did have a pool table, because I don't have a pool table right now, I'd be practicing like 3 to 4 hours a day. But since I don't have a pool table right now, it's really tough. So I've been trying to go to pool halls and trying to practice as much as I can. So I've been, but since I heard from Tyler Steyer, since I don't have a pool table, it's good to watch a lot of matches. So I've been watching a lot of pool matches. Um, but I hopefully will have a table soon, and I will definitely be practicing a lot more and prepare better. And just watching a lot of matches when it makes sense when you don't have a pool table, you can watch a lot of matches and learn a lot more things. And since it is a lot of the mental part, it helps me get ready to go practice or go play a tournament.
Yeah, smart move. I always feel good after watching good players play. Next time I go to the pool room, I always seem to cue better and it just feels better. You definitely learn a lot just from watching. I mean, I've learned so much in the last 5 years just commentating. Oh, which brings me, are you after my job or something? I've heard you in the commentary booth a few times and you're pretty good. And are you after my job?
I don't feel like I could take your job. I just do commentary for fun. I think it's fun to commentate, and you're definitely really good at it. I've heard so many of your commentary, and
Oh,
I don't feel like I could do your job like constantly, like you did 8 matches today. Like that's a lot. Um, but I will get in the booth sometimes and commentate because it's fun to um just commentate a match and like see what they're gonna do and just watch their match.
I'm trying to think. Didn't we commentate on one match somewhere once? I know I
Um,
definitely did one with Savannah. I'm pretty sure I'd done one with you somewhere. Maybe we
I
didn't.
I can't remember. I know I did one or two in Vegas in 2022, I think it was. But I don't know if I've done one with you.
Oh, well, if you haven't, we must do it
Yes, we
sometime.
must.
Let's nip back to those questions that I interrupted myself. I can't believe it.
You're fine.
Do you prefer the triangle rack or the template?
Template.
9 ball or 10 ball?
9 ball.
Best ever American, Earl, SVB, or maybe you have another choice of your own.
SVB.
Played well, didn't he?
Hmm.
I was really, really hoping that he got his 6th US Open. I really, really was. I felt really sorry for him when
He
he
was
didn't.
so close.
Yeah, yeah. Best jumper in the world.
Better.
Best kicker.
Oh, kicker. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, most people say Efren, but
Efren?
Efren
I
Reyes,
haven't, yeah, I haven't watched like a lot of him play, so I don't know like a lot of
he's kind
about
of
him.
he's kind of renowned for his great kicks, isn't he? Whenever you're hooked, the saying goes, "What would Efren do?" kind of thing, you know. So that's how that goes. But I think Josh Filler is a very good kicker now. Albin Ocean, I think, is very, very close. Chris Mellin, what about Chris Mellin? Now you must have met Chris Mellin a few times.
Yeah, I have. I met him at the Ultimate Pool. Um,
How was
and
that against the shot clock?
yeah, the Ultimate Pool, it was really crazy there. 15, like it goes from 30 seconds to 15 seconds at the last 10 minutes. I feel like I couldn't even think. It was a lot of fun, but it was stressful and I had a great time there and I would definitely play it again. And I am in Colorado for their next event and it it was a lot of fun. It was great.
Yeah, I've never commentated on one. I've always wanted to, and I'm actually off to Morocco next month. Well,
Yeah.
October the 1st, actually, I'm going to Marrakesh to commentate on an ultimate pool event there. And I think it's really exciting. It's kind of like darts, you know, it's fast, it's furious, it's rowdy, it's music. I love it. I really, really can't wait. Right, back to you because we're interviewing you. It's not about me. Who's your favorite opponent? Who do you
Oh
really love to
God.
play? Or who do you
Um,
fear playing?
I I I don't know. I mean, I like playing like people that are fun to play, I think. Like Angela Janik, she's fun to play or 'cause pool's about fun. I like to have fun. Um I I haven't I would like to beat Christina to catch. She's always like so fierce and plays just so well. And I'm getting closer every time that I've played her. But I played Allison for the first time and I should have beat her. I missed, I think, 4 or 5 9 balls. And it
Oh,
was it I should have had it like 8-2 or 8-3 and it wasn't the greatest match, but she's my idol and I want to play her again. I want revenge from her.
get her next
But
time. Actually, she done
yes.
really well, didn't she, to win it? I mean, she's been around for so many years. I think it's something like, I think it was 94 she went there, wasn't it? It's 30 years since she won her first tournament in America when she first
Yes.
went. So to do that long, you know, longevity over such a long period, I mean, that's fabulous, isn't it? Right. What's your
Mhm.
favorite song or artist?
Ooh. I like Bruises by Lewis Capaldi.
Okay. And show on Netflix. Do you have Netflix? Do you watch much TV or favorite movie, something like that?
I don't watch much TV. I like to watch Big Brother, that TV show.
Do
Or like,
you?
uh-huh. That's fun to
Okay.
watch or Survivor, but I don't really watch I like to watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch Netflix a lot.
I was going to, what else I was going to ask? Oh, yeah, of course, I want you to mention all your sponsors in a moment. But of course, the big one is coming up. You've just finished Palmetto. I think you're off. When are you off to New Zealand?
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Oh, mate, thank you so much for doing this with me. I know you've been very busy getting packed, and it's a long flight, right?
Yeah, we're first flying from Tampa to LA, which is 5 hours, and then we have a 2-hour layover, and then 15 hours to Australia, and then 3 hours to New Zealand.
How do you enjoy the travel? Do you still have fun? Do you try and make it fun still? Do you annoy your mum and dad? Who's going with you? Who are you actually traveling with?
I am traveling with my whole family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and my grandparents. Um, all the way
Wow.
over there. Yeah. It's my mom and my sister's like first big flight. So they're not very excited for it, but neither am I. I like to travel and go places, like to visit places. I don't like to like go on the airplane so much and sit, but just going to places and fly around the country or out of the country is a lot of fun.
Have you won the lottery or something? How many people of you are flying all the way to Australia? That's, yeah,
No, we didn't
to
win
New
the lottery.
Zealand?
It's 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 a lot. It's a lot pricey. It's
Well, it brings me nicely to my next topic because I know you've got a lot of sponsors, and I'd really like you to give them a bit of airtime as well. You know, give a shout out to your sponsors because they're very important, aren't they, Sophia,
Mhm.
in your growth. So just give a mention to your sponsors, your cues, and what cues do you use and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I use Predator cues. I've been with them for at least 2 years. They've always been great for me, giving me supplies and anything I need and I ask, they'll help me out. I play with a Black 4, BK Rush, Air Rush, um, and then I play with the How Tip. They're my sponsor, and they've always been great and supported me. And then my shirts are Jam Up Apparel. I've been with them for forever. Damien's great, Mindy's great,
Yeah.
Michaela. They always work with me in my designs and just bring my designs to life. And I love my jerseys so much, and they feel so comfortable. And then I've had like other little sponsors like Jameson Daniels. He always helps me out with travel. Mike, he always helps me out. And then Artie, they just give me so much support um, and then just money otherwise. And then Chad Smith, he does my tips for me, so he'll put a tip on or shape it for me. And he's just great at doing my tips and just supporters all around, people that message me on Messenger or just comment on my Facebook page just makes me feel so loved and I feel like I'm doing the right thing and um, it makes me feel like on top of the world with all the messages I get.
Talking about that, how can people contact you? How can they follow you if they want to get in contact? Maybe they want a signed cue ball or they just want to send you a message and receive a message back from you. What social media are you active on, Instagram, etc.? Give us your
Yeah, so
contacts.
I'm mostly active on Facebook. I have two Facebook pages. One is my like regular page, which is Sofia Mast, and then one my fan page where you can follow me on is Sofia Mast Pink Dagger. And then on the Sofia Mast page, you can go and click Messenger and then just message me on there. And I'll most likely get back to you if I get the message. And we always have cue balls. We always have like tips to sell from how that they've helped me out and pictures and um, whatever you want, we can always help out. And all your support is amazing.
It's very good to have a good support team around you. You're kind of like a Formula One driver, you know, you're the person in the car, but it's the whole team around you that keep the car going and
Yeah.
keep your mind in the right place. And you seem very, very grounded. You're a great player already. You're only going to get better. The question is, how determined are you to go one better than you did last year in Klagenfurt? Is
Oh,
Hamilton going to be your year?
it I am so determined. I had it last year, and I beat her early in the round, and I felt like I could have beat her, like which I did, and it was a lot of pressure being in the finals. This was my first time representing my country, and this year's my year. I feel really good. Um, I'm excited to be there. I hope my nerves don't get the best of me, but I'm just gonna eat well there and focus and just breathe during the matches. And um, I it'll just be amazing if I win, and I'm just gonna be the happiest person on the planet.
Well, you know what I think. You hit the nail on the head earlier on when you said that you find it so much fun, and that's such a big part. We have to remember why we got into the game, why we started it, because it was fun, right? Until all the other stuff started happening around us. So I think you've got such a great attitude for this. And I wish you so well. And I know for a fact that you're going to be a world champion one day. Who knows,
Thanks.
maybe even a world junior champion in a couple of weeks' time. Let's please hope so. I wish you all the best, Sophia. And you cannot
Thank
imagine how thankful I am for you joining us. And I know all your fans are going to be so happy to watch this. We will do a nice little edit on this and we'll put all your sponsors up and we'll put it onto SPM Media and we'll spread it all over social media. I hope you will help in that.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's always great to do commentary or interviews and get people to know me, and thank you for letting me do this.
Not so much of the commentary though. You nearly said commentary again there, didn't you?
Yeah, I meant interview, but we do need to get in the booth together. We do.
We will. I know it will be fun. You have fun. Have safe travels. Hi to all your family. Hi to your grandpa and grandma. I met them in Austria. They're lovely people. They're your biggest fans, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, they're always supporting me, and my grandpa always texts me after a match, and my grandma always texts me after a match, and just always put hearts, and like they just whenever they see me win, they'll just cry, and
No tears.
it's
Say goodbye. We love you. Take care. Go get that trophy.
thanks. Yes.
Thanks, Sophia. Bye bye.